Welcome back, Collective. And today we are joined in the studio with a very special guest, Ash. Welcome to the pod, Ash.
Hello.
And this is the first interview or recording in our Mother's Day series. So I wanted to make space for women who are navigating life after their mothers, and also mothers who are navigating life after the loss of a child. Um, so we wanted to create a safe space, a tender space, because everyone grieves differently. And while Mother's Day may be a time to celebrate for some, for others, there's also that tinge of sorrow there. So we have Ash. Ash is going to share her journey with us. Thank you for saying yes. You look very nervous. Don't be nervous. This is a safe space. So welcome, Ash.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you again for saying yes. I wanted to start with you, and we can go as we don't necessarily have to go very deep because I know it still is a very sensitive subject for you. But I do want to start by having you tell us a little bit about your daughter.
My daughter, her name is Jaseline Ayeli Wright. She was born February 28th, 2024, and she passed away April the 4th, 2024, at a month and a week old. She was 4 pounds and 15 ounces when she was born, and she was born in Savannah, Georgia. And yeah, that was.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank
I'm sorry
you.
for your loss. So are you comfortable sharing what the cause of death was for your
Yes.
daughter?
The cause of death was SIDS. Her dad found her unresponsive and woke me up. And we went over to a neighbor's house to get help, and I had to do CPR. And then I had to go to the hospital by myself for them to tell me she did not make it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ash. This is still very new. It's only been 2 years.
Yes,
right?
it felt like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. And grief can be like that, right? It can be like that, and it can come in waves. Had you had any, like, had you known anyone else prior to losing your daughter who had lost a child to SIDS?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know that it exists.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what SIDS was. I didn't even know anything about it. I know people that lost kids that was like older, like 5 and up, from drowning or health issues, but somebody like me who lost a baby so young, I never even known that a baby could be healthy, and then you wake up and they gone.
Yeah. Yeah. What did support look like for you? Like in the days that follow, what was support like?
I had support, but at the same time, I just felt like nobody really understood what I was going through. Like my family, they would be like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I understand what you're going through." But in reality, I get they just trying to be there and help me, but they really don't know what I'm going through. And sometimes their words kind of hurt sometimes because they don't understand, and I get upset. And with them not understanding, I just don't talk about it no more as much as I used to.
You don't talk about your daughter?
Well, when I get sad or when I go through my little moments grieving her, I barely talk to my family about it because I don't want to hear "don't cry. It's going to be okay," because I know it's going to be okay. But that's hard for somebody to tell me
Don't
not to cry.
cry after you lost your baby.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about your daughter?
My daughter, she was a character. To me, she wasn't even like a newborn. I would have thought she was like older, a couple of months older than what she was. She was a traitor, most definitely a dad's girl, for sure. We had a lot of good memories. One of my favorite memories is when we would be on the phone with my mom, and my
Mhm.
mom we'd be on FaceTime, and my mom would be like, "Let me see her," and she'll be wide awake. But as soon as I turn that camera around, she'll try to close her eyes and then peek out her eyes to see if the camera's
What's
still
still
on
on?
her and hurry up and close them back. And I'm like, girl, like we used to crack up at that. That's like one of my favorite memories of
Mhm.
her. And then another one was with her dad. He was at work and I was on the phone with somebody and I'm just talking about him bad. And she like, eh.
Oh, she was crying?
No, she was making
Oh, like
noises.
she was talking to
Yeah,
you,
she was
like, "Don't
like,
talk about my dad." Oh,
yeah,
I
she
love
was like,
that.
eh, and then I stopped. And then I called him. I said, I'm talking noise about you and your daughter over here making all this noise. And he was like, no, she not. So I did it again. She's like, eh. And then I stopped. I said, girl, you was a traitor. Like, you was a traitor.
Yeah.
And like, I had a lot of good memories with her. She was a sweet baby.
Mhm.
She really didn't cry that much. Um, I really didn't want to spoil her by picking her up all the time, but I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I did, but she allowed us to put her in the little rocker and all this stuff, and she wouldn't cry that much.
Mhm.
Only time she cries when she wanted to eat or when she needed to be changed. But other than that, she was a good baby.
Mhm. I love that. I love that you have good memories of her, and I love that you can smile when you talk about her,
Yeah,
you know? Because I think that's a part of the grieving process also, right? Because sometimes when you are grieving someone, it hurts to even remember the good times. But I like to see, like, you light up when you talk about her, and I think that's huge. I think that's important, and I hope you will continue to talk about her, right?
it
Because they say
is.
that when you say when people pass on and you say their name, it draws them to you and it keeps their memory alive. So I hope you continue to say her name and you continue to celebrate her and her life, no matter how short it was, because it was very impactful for
Yeah.
you, right?
Yep.
How did it change your relationship with her father?
Um, it really didn't. Well, we're not in a relationship anymore, but we do call and be like,
Hmm.
"Hey, you good? How you doing? How you holding on?" And he knows about the journey I took the last past months,
Hmm.
and he's excited about that.
Hmm.
And he just say he just want me to keep doing what I'm doing
Yeah.
and don't give up on myself. And I wish him the same. Like we're really friends now, which is the good part because most times people that kind of break away from
Yeah.
it, and I'm glad that we able to have that friendship.
Hmm. You said something significant that he tells you not to give up on yourself. Was there a period, like after your daughter passed, that you did want to give up on yourself?
Yes,
Yeah.
I went through a real down stage. Like I didn't want to live anymore. Like I wanted to be where she was. Like I didn't eat. All I did was drink.
Mhm.
I barely even wanted to drive. I felt like that I didn't know how to do anything anymore.
Mm.
I felt like that I had to relearn how to live.
Mm.
And it took me a couple of months. Like I went through so much and it was hard.
Because it wasn't just like she may have been only like a month and a couple of weeks old, but you carried her,
Yeah.
right? For like 10 months. A
y-
pregnancy is 40 weeks.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just, you weren't just grieving someone who you had only known for such a short period of time, like you had actually carried her. And I
Yeah.
think people underestimate the connection that mothers have with their babies and that babies have with their mothers. Because in the same way you felt her loss, if something had happened to you, she would have felt your loss,
Yeah.
right? Because there is that connection there. Do you think that becoming a mother changed your relationship with your mother at all? Like, did it give you a different perspective?
It made me understand some of the things she
Hmm.
some of the things she had to go through as far as raising me and she was on her own, even
Hmm.
though I would never been on my own, but it taught me a lot.
Hmm.
And she was on me about teaching me, okay, well, now you're finna be a mother, this what you have to do. And I really appreciate that
Yeah.
because I had her support
Yeah.
through it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. How do you how has, because it So your first Mother's Day, like in 2024, like you were dealing with the loss of your daughter. Like,
Uh,
how is Mother's Day for you? Like, 'cause
well, the first Mother's Day, I can't even remember because I didn't even want to celebrate.
yeah.
I was in Fort Worth for my first Mother's Day, and I DoorDashed me a bottle so fast,
Mhm.
and I just drowned myself in a bottle because I
Mhm.
didn't want to feel that, and I felt numb. I felt lost. Like I felt confused, and I went through a lot of pain 2024
Mhm.
for sure. It took me to about the end of the year to actually get back to doing normal things like
Mhm.
I'm supposed to, but it was very hard for Mother's Day the first year. Last year, Mother's Day, it was pretty good. I was celebrated with my cousins and I talked to my grandmother, but the same thing as 2024. So this year is going to be a little different.
Mhm.
I can probably, go with my granny and not drown myself in a bottle, and I can actually be grateful that I was able to be a mother.
'Cause you still are a mother. You
Yes.
know that, right? Like,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
never you're still a mother.
Yep. And I can celebrate that
Yeah.
without thinking the worst of it.
Mhm. So you have been, like, do you feel like now that you are no longer self-medicating, do you feel like you're kind of starting the grieving process over again and then learning how to deal with the emotions without numbing them? Like,
Yes, I feel like that I can feel every feeling,
mhm.
even though it's uncomfortable, and I can get through it because I wasn't really grieving. I was just self-medicating and I
Yeah.
was trying to throw it behind me, but now I can feel those feelings and I know how to move on and not be sad all day. I can celebrate her instead of mourning her.
Mhm.
And it feels different. Like for her birthday, we did a balloon release
Mhm.
and I was happy. I was smiling. Yesterday was her 2 years being gone. I
Mhm.
didn't mourn her. I talked about it, and then through the day, I had a really good day.
Mhm.
So I'm getting better at it, dealing with it.
Mhm.
But I'm glad that I did start a support group to help me through these days.
Okay. So you have a support group now
Yes, ma'am.
that you do you mentor other women like who are maybe newer in the process than you are?
No, but when we on the call, we get to ask each other questions, and it's
Mhm.
good that I get to hear their stories, and then they get to hear mine. Even though
Mhm.
some of them kids didn't pass from SIDS, they passed from something else, but the feelings are still the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Wow, this is huge. What would you say to someone like if there's someone out there watching who is very new, who has very recently lost a child, what would you say to them to kind of help them get through the newness of it all? Like what would your advice be to them?
Allow yourself some time, like for yourself. Don't allow nobody to tell you not to cry or you don't have the right to feel that way because at the end of the day, you do have the right. Go get help
Mhm.
as far as the support group, but do that when you're ready, not
Mm.
so soon. Because with me, I was going to do it a couple of times, but I didn't follow through. But I actually did it when I was ready to do
Mhm.
it. But support group will help, counseling, talk about it. Um, and that's what I will tell them.
Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. I think it's important to what you said was you had to do it when you was ready, like not
Yes, ma'am.
when everyone else said you should do it. And another thing that you pointed out, and I hope people really take away from this, because I think that sometimes we don't understand what people are going through when they're grieving. Like if people would say, well, don't cry or it'll be okay. And while it's true that it at some point it will be okay, it's okay if it's not okay right now.
Yeah.
And people should cry if they feel like they need to cry, right? Because there will be days where you want to cry. There will be days where you don't want to get out of bed. And it's okay to, like I always say, I'm going to give myself a day to feel however I'm feeling. If I feel like crying today, I'm going to cry today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to get up. I'm gonna put my big girl drawers on and I'm gonna get the shit done. But for right now, this is where I am right now. And I think that when we don't allow ourselves to be where we are, that's when we get into a dangerous place, right?
Right.
Because we try to do other things to avoid the inevitable,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you. See,
Thank
that
you.
wasn't too bad, right?
No.
See, you did great. You did great. Thank you, Ash, for sitting with us and for sharing your story. Are you comfortable sharing the name of your support group so that if someone else is
Um,
out there and they need help, they can look it
the
up?
name of my support group is Bow's Place.
Bo's Place,
Mm-hmm.
like my husband's name.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yes.
Is it online?
Yes.
Can you send me a link? Because maybe we could put the link in the episode. That way, if someone has questions or if they need some support, they can reach out and receive assistance from Bo's Place. Before we get out of here, I do want you to say your daughter's name again because I think it's important that we continue to speak her name because
Okay.
she is here.
Okay, my daughter's name is Jaseline Ayeli Wright.
Thank you. And may she continue to rest in peace. And
Thanks
thank you, Ash.
thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, collective, we are done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will put the link for Bo's Place in the episode notes. So if you are struggling with the loss of a child and you would like to connect with other people who are experiencing a similar loss, then that's a resource for you. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day.